Causes of climate change. There are mainly three causes for climate change. One is astronomical causes, the second is volcanic eruptions, and the third is the human made or the anthropogenic causes, which can be called as the concentration of greenhouse gases. We will take one by one. First of all, what do you mean by astronomical causes? Or what are the astronomical causes causing climate change? The astronomical causes are the variation in the solar output uh, related to sunspots. What do you mean by sunspots? Sunspots are a temporary phenomenon on the sun's photosphere which forms regions of reduced surface temperature, uh, and they are formed by actually the concentration of magnetic field flux. When the number of sunspots increases, cooler and wetter will be the weather, and the chances for the storm and all will be greater. The second is volcanic eruptions. The tons of aerosols thrown out due to the volcanic eruptions are also believed to cause the obstruction for sun's rays in reaching the Earth's surface, which would cause a slight change in the climatic conditions in the concerned area. The third is a major one which causes climate change. The major cause of climate change is the human activities like burning of fossil fuels, conversion of forests to agricultural lands, etc. The activities like burning of fossils produces the greenhouse gas emissions. The greenhouse gases are chlorofluorocarbons, methane, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, ozone, etc., which are also called as the greenhouse gases. First of all, the question is, are the greenhouse gases good? The answer is yes. Is the greenhouse effect good? Yes, it is. What do you mean by greenhouse gas? Or what do you mean by greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect is the process by which thermal radiation from a planetary surface is absorbed by atmospheric greenhouse gases and is re-radiated in all directions. So it keeps the Earth's surface warm. When the solar radiations reach the Earth's surface, some of this is reflected back to the atmosphere and the rest is absorbed by land and oceans, making the Earth warm. So the greenhouse gases, if the greenhouse gases were not there, there won't be any trees on the earth. The earth won't be warm. Thereby, there won't be any life on earth. But but when the amount of greenhouse gases increases due to human activities, extra heat gets trapped, causing the temperature on Earth to rise, resulting in global warming. So that's where the greenhouse effect becomes bad, and that's when the greenhouse effect would cause the global warming, or it would cause the climate change. It has a lot of adverse effect. It reduces the agricultural productivity as the farming would become difficult in increased temperature. The rainfall patterns would be changed. It affects the irrigation of agriculture. It would increases the flood drought cycle. It causes glaciers to melt, hence the sea level would rise. The low lying areas would become permanently underwater, etc. So that all these are the adverse effect of gas emissions, or the greenhouse effect, the global warming, etc. It is said that the Bay of Bengal points to the sea rising more than 3 mm a year in the mangrove swamps of the Sundarban Delta. And a trend of sea level rise of 1 centimeter per decade has been recorded along the Indian coast. So many of those areas which are low lying would be soon underwater, and will be taken away by the sea. So these are the major effects of global of the effects of the climate change. The greenhouse, there will be greenhouse effect, which causes the global warming. It impacts the biodiversity. It impacts agriculture. It impacts the fisheries and aquaculture. it impacts demography, it impacts glaciers, the ice will melt, there will be the global weather conditions would become changed, it impacts the human health, it impacts the water sources, it causes the sea level to rise, and the cities would soon become underwater.